Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only King of the Ice himself. That's me, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope everyone had a phenomenal weekend, staying safe, wearing a mask, doing what you gotta do to get through this pandemic. We are getting through as we speak, and once again, this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by the one, the only, MyBookie.ag. Sports are back here, ladies and gentlemen, like usual. And what better way to start cashing out large than go to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports. Simple as that. You can see the little promo underneath my video here. Once again, mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports. Simple as that. They'll start cashing you out large right now. And once again, what better way to start cashing out large than once again, mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports, 12OZ Sports, and they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Always remember to gamble responsibly. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. Ladies and gentlemen out there that are tuning in, welcome aboard to today's episode of Pete's Power Plays. Those that don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you get it. It is a free app. Everyone loves free stuff nowadays. So then again, like I said, go to Zingo TV. It's a free app. It's on every streaming device out there that you may have. Google Chromecast, Apple TV, Roku TV, whatever it may be, and of course the Amazon Fire Stick. So once again, Zingo TV, channel 761. Use the promo code 12Ounce, 12OZ. Simple as that. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. And of course, Amazon.com. We have a website out there. Those that don't have that want to buy something, go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Once again, www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. So ladies and gentlemen, I am back for this week. Of course, like always, we had a difficult week in the NHL, unfortunately, but hey, that's how it works. That is how it works. When you're cold, you are cold. When you're hot, you're hot. But not all hot streaks have to come to an end eventually. Every cold streak has to come to an end eventually as well. So that's what happened today. Last week, we were cold. The last 2 nights, we were getting hot. Up over 2 units overall on each day from yesterday and on Sunday. So there you have it. But let's go over it real quick. We had a long list of games that we had over the weekend, the last time I talked to you all. So going over from Friday's games from the last time I talked to you guys. And let's start that off real quick. We had let me get to it real fast. So on 2/19, we had the Panthers -1 that hit. Connor McDavid, the score, obviously lost. The 2-team over parlay, that lost as well. Flames and Oilers over 6, that lost as well. Oilers money line, that cashed, and the Jets cashed on the money line as well. So that was a 3-3 night with a plus .85 unit overall on the evening. And let's do over on 2/18, February 18th, real quick. Sorry, this is probably like the worst day that I had in the NHL. I had the Predators on the money line. That was a loss. Devils plus 1.5. That was a winner. That was probably the only highlight of the day that we had there. Wild Coyotes and the Rangers on the money line parlay. That lost. Sharks over 5.5 was a loser. 2-team over first period was a loser. Caps over 6 was a 2-unit play. I thought we were going to get there, but we didn't. We didn't even come close. Blues -1 was a push, and the Islanders money line loss. So that was a 1-6-1 night. Not good overall. So again, and then the next day we had a decent night on the 19th. Then we go into the weekend where the 20th on Saturday night was, again, another terrible day. Like I said, it was probably the worst week of the NHL that I had so far this season. So we can't complain. We've been doing really well from the beginning of the year. We have, and 1 week of the NHL is an absolute crapshoot. So that's just how it is. Again, when you're on fire like we were from the beginning of the season, you're eventually going to die out. It does get extinguished, but again, when you get back to hot, you do get hot. So on the 20th, it was a Saturday of February, we had the Caps Devils moneyline parlay that lost. Caps Rangers over 6, that was a loser. Predators on the money line was a winner. Wings and Panthers over 5.5, that lost. Coyotes money line, that lost. Leafs money line, that won. A lot of people were on the other way there. I did like the Leafs there over the Habs, and we lucked out on that one. That was a good win. Avalanche and Knights over 5.5. We were just 1 goal short of that. That lost. Oilers Flames over 6. That was a winner. Islanders and Flames both were losers. There was a 3-7 night on the evening. Now we start to get into a good turnaround from the last 2 days. So on Sunday, the 21st, we had the Caps and Devils over first period that lost. Flyers, this was a dog play of the day. Obviously didn't even come close to that game whatsoever. And then the Canadiens and Senators over 6, that was a loser. And then the last 3 games were all winners. Jets on the money line, that won. We had the Jets and the Canucks over 6, that was another winner. And then the 3-unit winner for the clients, Devils and Capitals over 6, that hit, no problem. 3-unit play, the first 3-unit play for the clients of the season, that cashed out in dramatic fashion. So we will take that to the bank. So congrats to all clients there on their first 3-unit winner of the season. All in all, 3-3 on the day there with a plus 2.10 unit evening. So over 2 units for Sunday is great news, great bounce back. And then last night, bounced back and once and again. Islanders -1, that was a push. Stars on the money line, that was a loser. Knights on the money line, that was a winner. A good dog there at plus 125. Another great parlay cashed out. Kings puck line plus 1.5. And the Coyotes money line, that cashed out at plus 170. So those that took that play, congrats. That was a good payday there for you all. The 2-team over parlay came short with the Kings and the Blues game. Blues decided not to score. I did like that over too. That would have cashed out plus 200, a little over 200. But that was a loser, no problem. That's a half-unit loss. Flames on the money line plus 140. What a huge dog day. That was another winner as well. Sharks on the money line was a loser at plus 160. Then you go Flames and Leafs over 6. That was a loser. That was a half-unit play as well. I wasn't too confident in the over-under, but I mean, I had it in for a unit. Then I bought back a half unit, so I had a half unit on that play overall, so that lost. Avs Knights over 5.5 for the clients, that lost. But the last 2 games, Lightning money line, that was a winner, and the Sharks Wild over 5.5 was another winner as well for the clients. So clients go 2-1, and then of course the other day they were 1-0 with that nice 3-unit play. So it's nice to see that cash out for the first time this season for all the clients there. So all in all, 5-1 with a plus 2.8 unit day. So we're getting back. We're getting back those almost 5 units that we lost from Saturday night. So we're going to get back in action. It's all good. So all in all, my NHL season currently sits at 154 wins, 149 losses, and 13 lovely pushes. So that gives me a grand total right now of plus 12.68 units. Yes, we're over that 10-unit mark once again. We were down, and we got it right back up. Now we're going to push our way back to that 20-unit mark as we've had during the beginning of the season. So again, when you're cold, you're cold. When you're hot, you're hot. Can't stay cold forever, and you still can't stay hot forever. Simple as that. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 games on the menu tonight. Really good games here on tap. And I'm going to take a quick commercial break here of 2 minutes. And I'll be right back, and we'll get into tonight's slate. Simple as that. Stay tight, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sports book, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Change your game with the all-new Pro Rock Hockey Stick, a Canadian company providing a top-of-the-line twig at an affordable price. Pro Rock sticks are extremely lightweight, balanced, and provide the perfect kick point. Get your fully customized stick today at ProRock.com. Play like a Pro Rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that 2-minute timeout with me. This is the Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete. That's me. And we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thanks again so much for taking that 2-minute break. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Tuesday afternoon, wherever you may be across the world. So let's get into tonight's action here. We have 6 games on the menu. This will basically wrap up the last 17 minutes of the episode for today for everyone out there that's tuning in. And of course, I hope you all enjoyed the ads that we had out there for mybookie.ag. And of course, the Cocoa Vodka drink, which has actually been a pretty hot commodity lately. So get on board with those. Simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. And also, once again, that Amazon website that I mentioned earlier. So tonight we have 6 games, like I said. Starting off with Buffalo and New Jersey over there, upstate New Jersey. We have a 7 o'clock puck drop. Sabres, Devils, over-under set at 5.5. Devils are minus 140 on the money line. Buffalo's plus 115 on the money line as a dog. 70% of the money going towards New Jersey right there at that minus 140 spot. 30% of the money going towards Buffalo at that plus 115 spot. Once again, over-under set at 5.5. Jersey 5-5 in the last 10 with the overs. Buffalo 3-6-1 in the last 10 with the overs as well. Now, when it comes to covering the puck line, Buffalo's been 3-4 on the road in their last 7, and Jersey's 3-3 in their last 6 at home. So basically, even for the most part here, I could definitely see a 1-goal game here too. Jersey did open up at minus 115. Now the money has been going on them big time at minus 140, and that's where I'm leaning here tonight as well. I like the New Jersey Devils here at that minus 140 spot on the money line. They're just playing better hockey than Buffalo is. Now I know Buffalo just got they're scoring some goals now. They got to win, but honestly, I think that when everything's said and done here, I think Jersey will take care of business tonight. And again, at the minus 140 spot, that's not bad, but of course it went up. It went up from minus 115 to minus 140. So obviously money is going in that direction, obviously. So can't go wrong there. You really can't. And that's where I want to go. So again, Devils money line at minus 140. And when I'm looking at the over/under here, something about me tells me the under in this game, under 5.5. I don't see, I really don't see much goal scoring whatsoever. I can see a 2-1 sort of game, maybe a 3-2 sort of game for New Jersey. But all in all, when everything's said and done, over there in the Prudential Center, I really do like the Devils here to get that minus 140 spot. And like I said, a small lean on the under 5.5. I'm not really tempted to take that. Maybe an under first period as well. It just depends what kind of Buffalo team shows up tonight. We know the Devils can show up. They're basically 100% back from COVID as well. And when I read more about this, this is some notes I had on the side here. But this is the second of a back-to-back for Buffalo here. And one reason I'm basically picking against them, and especially with the Islanders too, because we had the Islanders last night as a -1 that pushed out. But we know that the Islanders won last night against Buffalo, but Buffalo was also really short-handed on the blue line. Jake McCabe was out. Will Borgen, they were all out injured. Simple as that. But I see no reason to not pick against the Sabres 24 hours later. Of course, even if the Devils aren't as good as, say, the Islanders, because we know that. We know the Islanders are a little bit better than the Devils here. But New Jersey, like I said, is about 100% healthy, fresh off of COVID. And Blackwood is in net tonight, as I saw earlier today. He has a 4-1-1 record right now with a 2.12 goals against. That's a pretty good record there for the goaltender there for New Jersey. Again, this is why I'm leaning a 3-2 sort of game for New Jersey here. I just like everything about this Devils team here tonight. It's going to be close. It's going to be a close game, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, he's been very good. It looks like Carter Hutton from Buffalo will be getting a start there tonight. He's 1-4 with a 2.85 goals against average. So the Devils are also 5-1 in their past 6 games as favorites here. So could they be 6-1? I'm leaning that way. So let's go with the Devils here, like I said, on -140 before the number gets even higher. And the under 5.5 there when they play New Jersey. Buffalo, New Jersey, there you have it. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Moving on, Pittsburgh and Washington. We have an over-under set at 6.5. And the Washington Capitals, this is a toss-up game. It looks like Washington was at -125 and they dropped down to -110. So this is a toss-up game. Some books I'm seeing Pittsburgh as a dog at +105. Now they're at -110. This is a -110 both way. 55% of the money going towards Washington there. 45% of the money going to Pittsburgh as well. This is going to be a barn burner sort of game. We know that. I like a shootout between these two games, these two teams as well, respectively. The only thing that really ifs me out is that Pittsburgh is 1-7 in their last 8 road games when it comes to the puck line, and Washington is 6-4 in their last 10 when covering the puck line. So, numbers say it right there that Pittsburgh cannot cover the puck line whatsoever. So this could very well be a 1-goal game again, or Washington could absolutely blow them out, or Pittsburgh could absolutely blow them out. But to me, this to me has a nice 1-goal differential game as well. Over/under is 4-6 for Pittsburgh in their last 10. Washington 6-4 in their last 10. So these teams can score though. They have great offenses. Simple as that. Defenses are okay, but this is why the line's at 6.5. I had the over 6 locked in last night at -120 before it moved to 6.5. So I still like the 6.5. I think we get at least 7 goals. But to me, my side here is with Pittsburgh here tonight. I really like what they've been doing lately. I know they're not the best puck line covering team, but you have to imagine that Washington, I'm not sure what team's going to come out here tonight. We saw them throw a dud the other day, and then we saw them post 4 goals yesterday. So, simple as that. We don't know what Washington team's going to come out, but we know Pittsburgh will always show up. And that's why I'm leading the Pittsburgh Penguins way here tonight at that -110 spot, -105. Again, some books here still have them at +105 as a small dog money line play. So whatever you may have, I'm leading the Pittsburgh Penguins here. And then when it comes to the over/under 6.5, like I said, I already locked in the over 6 at -120 last night, so I'm keeping the over there. Over/under is, again, 6.5. It moves up. These games do move up. That's why you have to lock it in early. So I'm taking the over 6.5 as well to those that don't have 6 and then move to 6.5. That's where I'm leaning. So all in all, this game between Pittsburgh and Washington, I like the Capitals. I like the Penguins at -110 or whatever you may have it at your book, and the over 6 or 6.5 there in Washington. So there you have it. Next up on the menu, we have Chicago and Columbus. This should be a pretty solid game there too. Over/under set at 5.5. Columbus is -120 on the money line. Chicago is +105. So a small dog there for Chicago there. 65% of the money going towards Columbus and 35% of the money going towards Chicago. Now when it comes to the puck line, Chicago's 6-5 on the road in their last 11. So they've been covering pretty decently. And Columbus is 6-4 at home. So again, they've been covering pretty good as well in their last 10. So this is going to be a toss-up game. When you look at this, I really see this as a toss-up game. Chicago is a small dog, but over/unders here, 4-6 for Chicago in their last 10. Columbus is 6-4 in their last 10. It looks like Korpisalo is in net for Columbus here tonight, and we still don't know who's in net for Chicago yet. But Columbus has been playing really good hockey lately, especially at home, where they're 5-3, 1-1 at home. So they have a really solid record at home, and they tend to play better at home as well. Chicago, on the other hand, on the road, 4-4-2 on the road in their last 10. So, they're not too bad on the road either. So this team could definitely creep up to you. It just depends how well their goaltending plays. But when I look at this game here tonight, and I just like the way Columbus has been playing at home, and that's probably where I'm leaning here tonight as well. Give me the Columbus Blue Jackets at -120 on the money line as well. They were opened up by -125. They dipped down to -120, so nothing crazy in terms of line movement. But I like the Columbus Blue Jackets here. Korpisalo has been playing really good as well, and I just think that this, all in all, this team is a little bit tracking in the right direction than Chicago is. Even though Chicago's been playing really well as of late, but I think I'm leaning towards Columbus here at that -120 spot. And we look at the over/under 5.5. These two teams can score. They really can. And that's why I'm going to take the over 5.5 when I look at this game. So all in all, tonight there in Columbus, I'm going to take the Blue Jackets on the money line and the over 5.5 between Chicago and Columbus. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're looking at the last three games of the evening: Montreal and Ottawa. Okay, over/under set at 6, and Montreal -220 on the money line. Very, very juicy. Ottawa's +180 on the money line. Again, over/under set at 6. Ottawa did open up at +190 and dropped down to +180. So of course, some money is going towards Ottawa's way as we speak, but 25% of the money is going towards Ottawa at that +180 spot, while 75% of the money is going to Montreal at that -220 spot. Very hefty juice there. And then over/under is at 6. Now you look at this over/under here. Montreal's 3-7 in the last 10, and Ottawa's 2-7-1 in the last 10. I'm not liking that whatsoever. That's why I'm trending on the under in this game here tonight. Under 6 between Montreal and Ottawa. The whole North Division has been really, really slow as of late in terms of goals, and I'm not liking that too much. I don't think a lot of people out there are liking that too much, especially if you're an over better like I am. But I like the under 6 in this game. I think we see Ottawa's playing really good as of late, as bad as they are on the at home too, 2-5-1. But they're actually playing really good. They're covering the puck line too at 5-3 in their last 8 at home. So simple as that. And Montreal 6-3 on the road though when covering the puck line in their last 9. So I look at this game here, and as much juice as it is at that -220 spot for Montreal, you have to take them. Put them in a parlay. But for me, my play here tonight is Montreal -1.5 on the puck line, and that's at +120. You get some good value there. I think the Canadians come back with a vengeance here, and I think they kick Ottawa's butt tonight. Probably I'm thinking about a 4-1 sort of game, something to that nature. I don't think we get the over, obviously, because I'm on the under. But I think if we get a 4-1 game, 3-1 game for Montreal, I think we're going to be in the right direction there. So there you have it for the Ottawa-Montreal game. Give me the Montreal on the money line. Give me Montreal -1.5 at that puck line at +120. And the under 6 when they play each other this evening. Another 7 o'clock game. We have 4 7 o'clock games, 1 7:30, and then the late drop at 10 o'clock p.m. So moving on to the Nashville-Detroit game. This might be the upset of the evening. I think it's going to be a dog play today. But Nashville Predators and the Detroit Red Wings. The over/under set at 5.5. Nashville is -160 on the money line. That is too hefty for my liking. Detroit +140 on the money line. That's a really good dog play there, especially at home. Detroit's getting 40% of the love, while Nashville's getting 60% of it. And this is like a back and forth situation here. I like this. It's practically a toss-up for my liking. I think Detroit should be more of like a +130 dog, but if we're getting +140, I gotta take the Red Wings here. And you look at this, Nashville is 2-6 on the road in their last 8. And Detroit, obviously, at home, we know that they're not great, but they're 3-5-2 at home. So a little bit better than Nashville. Covering the puck line, however, Nashville is 5-3 on the road when covering the puck line. Detroit, though, at home, 7-3 in their last 10 when covering that puck line. So even a +1.5 looks pretty good. Over-unders, like I said, 5.5, 6-4 for Nashville in their last 10. Detroit 3-7 in their last 10. I'm looking at this game here, and I'm digging the under as well, 5.5 in this game between Detroit and Nashville. But I'm liking Detroit on the money line. This might be Philly Pete's dog play of the day. I like that +140. I think we're getting good value there. I think Nashville at -160 is way too overpriced for them, and I don't think they're that good of a team to begin with. So give me Detroit on the money line, +140. I also like Detroit plus 1.5 on the puck line and the under 5.5 there in the hockey town, Detroit. So once again, under 5.5, Detroit money line at plus 140 and the puck line for Detroit at plus 1.5. Last but not least, Edmonton and Vancouver over-under set at 6.5. Another insanely high number. Last night it was at 6. It went over to 6.5. But I'm liking the over once again this game. Edmonton minus 135 on the money line. Vancouver plus 115 on the money line. 70% of the money going towards Edmonton. 30% of the money going towards Vancouver there. So at that plus 115 spot. Now you look at these puck lines here. Edmonton's 4-5 in their last 9 on the road when covering the puck line. Vancouver 6-5 in their last 11 at home when covering the puck line. Over-unders, both teams were 4-6 in their last 10. So again, 6.5 is a lot of goals for this game here. And as much as I feel like they're going to get there tonight, this might be another under-trend sort of game for me. Just because of the way that these two teams have been playing. I know Edmonton posted 7 goals the other night against Calgary on Saturday, but, they might have used all their willpower for that game just to get back in the win column. But for me here, Vancouver started up at plus 105. Now they're plus 115. So, of course, money is heading towards Edmonton's way. And honestly, I'm liking another dog here. I like Vancouver at that puck line at plus 1.5. A potential puck line parlay for Vancouver plus 1.5 and Detroit plus 1.5. That might not be a bad play whatsoever when you look at this game. And, of course, like I said, the over-under at 6.5, I think that's too many goals for these two teams here. And I know both teams that don't have the best goaltenders or the best defenses in the world, but I think that at 6.5, I like the under trend lately on that play. And Vancouver plus 1.5 in a parlay with Detroit at plus 1.5, even a small lean on the money line there as well. So, all in all, let me recap real fast. Again, Detroit, Buffalo and New Jersey. I'm all over New Jersey, the minus 140 and the under 5.5. I like Pittsburgh and Washington over 6, because that's what I locked in last night, and the over 6.5. And I trend towards the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Columbus Blue Jackets on the money line, and the over 5.5. And then I want to go towards Montreal and Ottawa, where we're going to take the under 6 and Montreal on the money line, and that minus 1.5 on the puck line. Look for a potential over first period for Pittsburgh and Washington as well. I really do see that's a pretty solid play when everything's said and done. Montreal and Ottawa, like I said, Montreal on the money line at minus 220, the minus 1.5 on the puck line at plus 120, and the under 6. I feel like that's just too many goals for how these two teams have been performing lately in the last 10 games. Nashville and Detroit, this is going to be my dog play of the day. Detroit plus 140 on the money line. I also like Detroit plus 1.5 on the puck line and the under 5.5. And then last but not least, the Vancouver Canucks plus 1.5 on the puck line. A small trend on the money line there and the under 6.5. I also like to parlay the Detroit puck line with Vancouver puck line, both plus 1.5. You'll probably get a decent value there, probably about plus 120, plus 130. It really depends on the way that your books are, what your books have it pretty much. So there you have it there. And basically, if you want to be a client of mine, once again, you can reach out to me at The Real Pete Tucci. If you search me up, look up Philly Pete. I'm one of the first guys there. I'll answer all your questions, whatever it may be, what kind of package you want. I'm doing season packages, I'm doing monthly packages, and weekly packages. So again, I've been having a lot of people sign up to this day here. And again, it's $100 off for the entire month of February. If you hit me up in March, it's $150 off for the entire rest of the season. Simple as that. I see nobody else on Twitterverse doing this as much as I am. So there you go. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of time. I hope everyone has a phenomenal Tuesday. Stay safe. Enjoy your day. And I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.